Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just here to put down our card for the week. Today's Monday, the 8th of June, so almost halfway through the year, can't believe it. I'm just going to have a little shuffle of the Faulkner deck and see what we've got in store for us today. Sorry about the jiggling around. Be a second. That's better. I just needed to plug the phone in. So it's about to run out of battery. There we go. Okay. So let's see what we have this week. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Cups. So what the Seven of Cups talks about is kind of emotional uncertainty, really, and a kind of confusion that we might feel. So it doesn't feel like the beginning of the week sort of starts with a yay, let's move forward and let's get going. There seems to be a degree of uncertainty still around us, and that's not surprising. You know, we're in the middle of some I think quite challenging times, really. You know, we've got the whole COVID thing going on, and we've got a lot of political stuff going on as well. There have been riots, and there have been protests, and there has been all sorts of stuff going on, and I'm not going to say too much about that in this because I don't want to get all political. Just suffice to say it's been a challenging time for many people, and it's kind of left us all feeling, I don't know how everybody feels obviously, but it can be quite confusing when all this stuff is going on around us, and you know, where do we go with all of that? So what the Seven of Cups says is place your trust in spirit, because spirit will help you to understand where your path might be going and where the energy is going to take you. What often comes up with the Seven of Cups is all these different energies, all this different, it can even be just opportunities, loads of opportunities, and you don't know which one to choose, or loads of different pathways and you don't know which one to choose, or a pathway that you know is the right one for you, but how do you make that happen, and what does that mean? So lots of confusion, lots of uncertainty around the beginning of the week with this energy, but Seven of Cups says you will find your way through it. We will, as a people, as humanity, find our way through what we need to find our way through. We can make it an awful lot easier for ourselves if we trust in our spirit guides, though, and that's what the Seven of Cups often talks about. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle of the Shadowland Tarot. That's the tarot that I'm using to go with that this month, and it's by a lady called Monica Borski, and it's a really cute deck. I have done an unboxing of it and a little flip through, so that will be attached at the end of this video if you want to watch that. But it really is a fabulous little deck. So let's have a little look and see what this deck has got in store for us. Ooh, here we go. So Knight of Pentacles. It's funny because this was one of my favourite cards in this deck, the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, as we know, is talking about slow movement. You know, we're not rushing anything. We don't need to rush through this time of uncertainty. We need to take our time and to slowly go through what we need to go through. No point rushing. No point rushing to try and hurry things up. that won't serve us in this particular case. So we need to take our time. Knight of Pentacles asks you to keep your eyes on the prize, and keep your eyes on what you want to manifest for yourself, where you want to be going. So even though it might be taking a long time to get to where you want to get to, that's the best. It's a tortoise and the hare card, really. You can see he's mounted up on his little snail. You know, and off he's going with all of his riches and stuff, and it's just lovely. I just love that card. I just think it's so appropriate. It's such a beautiful Knight of Pentacles, and it is all about that. You know what? Sometimes you just have to go at snail's pace. So whether that be relating to the world situation, or whether that be something personal to you, take your time is what that card is all about. No rushing, just keep focusing on where you want to get to and keep plodding along, even if it's at a snail's pace, until you get to where you want to get to. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle of Brian's deck, and we'll put down one of Brian's cards today for the week, see what we've got. Okay. So Brian is saying, I feel a bit shifty about this. This doesn't feel right. Have you thought everything through properly? Sorry, but I don't feel the outcome is what you think it is. So that fits quite nicely, actually, with the Seven of Cups. So it's kind of saying that if something doesn't feel right to you, then maybe don't do it. Pay attention to your gut feeling. What's your gut feeling saying? Just as an example, I saw that they have kind of, this is the COVID thing again, sorry to be boring, but in the UK they've said to people that have been shielding, or people that have been classed as vulnerable, that it's okay to go outside now, and okay to go outside and meet with one other person. But they've sort of put a little caveat on that says, but only if you feel confident to do so. So that's kind of what this, I'm not saying it's specifically about COVID, but that's what this Brian card sort of says, is that if you don't feel right about something, if it doesn't feel right in your gut to you, then don't. It's much easier to not do something if you feel sort of shifty about it, rather than kind of go back and try and undo it if you force yourself to do something that you know doesn't feel right, and then you end up in a place that you really don't want to be. So I really, really like that message from Brian, because it's kind of saying be in tune with what you know is right for you. And if you don't feel like it's right, then just, just don't. Listen to your gut instincts, listen to your guides. The Seven of Cups talks about connecting with your guides. They'll show you the right direction. And when the right direction is shown to you, you will know, because you'll feel it in your body. So it's a really important message, really, this week, to work with spirit, work with your guides, and to, ask them for signs if you're not sure. Ask them to show you. And they kind of will. If you ask them to help you, they will. So really, really good, strong, positive messages in here about doing what is right for you, and keeping on going until you get to where you want to get to. I think is the key message this week. It kind of feels a little bit contradictory, because we've got Knight of Pentacles saying keep going, and then we've got Brian saying, but keep your eyes out, because if it doesn't feel right, then it doesn't feel right. So by those cards coming up together, I would say that your Knight of Pentacles is saying keep focused on the destination of where you want to get to, the way you want to get there. Listen to your gut instinct about the right route to take to get to your destination, because it may be that you're following a path that doesn't really feel right, and you can get to the same place by following a slightly different path. So hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I and subscribe to my channel, of course, if you like to see more of this sort of thing. And I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.